What's up, everybody? Kyle Marla here with Vanishing Ink Magic. We're here with my buddy Shin Lim. Shin, how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for taking time out. Most people know that you hurt your hand recently, so I know you're busy.
Yeah, so I have time. I have time now. So.
Yeah, you have time to talk a little more. Well, today, at noon today, you released the Dream Act, which most people have probably already seen in some form, because not only did you win FISM with it, and then a couple weeks after that, you fooled Penn and Teller with it on Full List. Yeah, good timing. That video has been seen a lot. Plus, you perform it, on tour and things like that. So the Dream Act is your second big act, right? Because you had the 52 Shades of Red. I mean, you had
I think actually it's my first act. Actually, it was my first act I ever created was Dream Act.
Okay.
And then I created 52 Shades.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
Dream Act was actually my very first creation, actual routine.
And then this is it's a big deal because this is an act that I understand how I understand personally where you want to share magic with the magic community, but then you also kind of don't because it's your baby.
And this is the act that's
especially something that's won FISM and has given you such success, I guess. So my first question is, why did you decide to share it with the community?
Well, I decided this way before even FISM and way before Penn and Teller.
Mm-hmm.
I was already planning on releasing this around a year and a half ago, 2 years, when I was touring around with it. And I mean, first I like to share magic, because I like to share ideas, and I really feel like the whole idea, disregard the smoke, disregard the all the not special effects, but just the effects
and stuff,
of it. Yeah. The actual method, the core method of the signatures and the card jumping around from place to place. I really feel like it takes the whole step of card to impossible location to a next level.
Sure.
And I think that I think that for those professionals who really want to kind of change, their magic a little bit, I thought it would be really helpful, and that's why I decided I wanted to share it.
Well, and that's something that I mentioned with talking with the team about this, is that not only is it, I mean, you're getting everything and you're learning how to do, build all the gimmicks and things like that, but for me, the more valuable thing is that you go into depth on how to structure the act and the other elements to it, music choices and the theatrical setting and things like that. And to me, to hear that coming from, not to gloat you up, but multi-award winning magician, especially FISM, to me that's way more valuable than the gimmicks and things like that.
That was my it's good that you brought that up. Actually, I forgot about that. That was my first reason why I wanted to release it, and then after that, people kept coming to me and telling me hey, you're, especially at lectures, they kept bringing up the fact that my style, my atmosphere, my music, everything was flowed so well together. And I actually had never really noticed that until people kept telling me and asking questions on it. And so I was like, wow, okay. And then I started to reanalyze the act. I went back at it. I'm like, okay, so, this is why I did that. So, when I'm looking back at my act again, I kind of figure out why I did certain things. And so yeah, I think that's why I wanted to release it as well, is to kind of teach people how.
Sure. And I think the number one question that I think magicians are going to want to know, just because of your previous releases like 52 Shades or anything else. Now this one's a little more expensive. It's $200, which is totally understandable because it is your baby, and this is a full act. It's not just a trick or a move. And it comes with everything that you need, but what comes with it? Because in your previous effects, there's construction and things like that. So is that similar to this case, or
this one still does have assembly, but it's a different kind of assembly. Now, 52 Shades was assembly within the deck of cards. So to gaff it, you have to split it and do a good amount of things. But for the Dream Act, it's more applying the gimmicks to your outfit, to your vest, and to your current suit. Because it's not so much. I mean, there's really not much that comes that you need in order to perform the Dream Act. It's just the special that you get.
Right.
As well as the electronic device, the smoke.
Sure, of course.
So it comes with all of that, and then and I think the most important part is, of course, the smoke in the mouth with the card.
Right.
And that's honestly the only gimmick part about the routine. There's other cards that come with it, and you don't really need to gap those. You just apply it to your deck, and then that's
Got it. Okay.
It even comes with a plastic baggie.
Right. Good.
Not that
and then what about and then also like with 52 Shades, obviously that was a more theatrical act because I wouldn't say you necessarily need like special lighting, but it fits in the it helps
if you had special
right. But it's definitely an act that would fit more in a theatrical setting. Now with the Dream Act, there's really not any of that really, right? If
no,
there's no black art.
I prefer to perform usually this in a theatrical setting.
Sure, of course.
It kind of gets me in my mood.
Well, I'm not saying that. Yeah, I wasn't saying that, but I meant like there's not like a lot of black artwork there was with
this one. You can perform like the guy can be a foot away.
Yeah, it's more practical. It's kind of what I was saying. Compared to
in that sense. Like let's say I had a gig where it was a private event where it's only 3 people, and I've had this, which is really weird, but where it's only 3 people that just want to see a show. And this is the act I do because it's they're sitting so close. And, you can see this trick up close.
Yeah, great. And then I guess I don't know if we can really talk about this. I guess my last question is because you were very upfront with people that this comes with a smoke device. It's not necessarily a smoke device in the classic kind of tubes and battery pack type of philosophy.
No. It's yeah, you're right. I don't know if I can go too deep into this, but let me see how to word this thing. It's a really simple smoke device.
Sure,
right. There's really not much to it. It's just a smoke device, and you apply it into your routine, and then I teach you exactly how to use it. There's once you have it inside
the thing, right?
The thing,
right?
You don't have to do. There's nothing to hook up. It's already there, and then you just do the trick, and then you'll get the smoke in your mouth.
Got it. Okay.
You don't have to. There's no wires. There's nothing.
Yeah, there's no complicated. I guess the question more thought out question is like there's no
strap.
There's no complicated setup to it. Yeah, there's much.
There's no timed effects. It's not like you have to wait 3 seconds. It happens right when you
do it. Right.
Suck on the smoke. Yeah.
Right. Cool. Is there anything else? I think that answers a lot of probably the main questions. Is there anything else that you want to say about the Dream Act, or like anything that they?
Yeah, a lot of people have questions about like the whole like TV rights thing. I really don't mind. You can do the act, but like you can copy my act exactly if you want to for private parties or private events. If you want to, I don't recommend that.
Sure,
that's not original. But
I don't know. I think I could pull off a Shin act. I think I could be.
It's actually another to go on a tangent. It's actually much easier than 52 Shades, like sleight of hand wise.
Sure.
It's more so the method that's kind of cool. The method really does everything.
Right.
There's not much sleight of hand. If you can do a Mercury cardboard, then you can do that.
Good.
But to go back on the whole thing about the TV rights, if you do want to perform this on TV, then you just have to change up the act. You just can't
be verbatim, which is something you wouldn't really want to do anyway.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I think I remember some guy went on a Russian TV show, like a Russian's Got Talent, and he did an act where he was performed kind of like Piff the Magic Dragon.
Right.
Yeah, I remember he kind of dressed up like Piff. I think
it was
even did the
pretty
same
blatantly copying,
yeah, and the judges got mad. I think they saw it. They were like, I saw that on YouTube, so, what are you doing? You're supposed to be an artist. It's supposed to be original. So I just don't recommend it because if you, let's say, you go on America's Got Talent, and they may or may not have seen my video, and they'll go, well, I've seen this before.
Right.
You don't want to risk that embarrassment.
Sure, of course. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's really cool that you're sharing this with the community, and it's really awesome of you. Just like I said, not even just as the act, but just to, you're very knowledgeable because you've done this for so long, and I mean, to compete and to also win in FISM, the knowledge that you learn from that, especially creating a magic act and structuring a magic act, is invaluable. So the fact that you're sharing that with the community is really great. But then also, your gimmicks are pretty cool, and everything else. So it's really awesome that you're sharing this. So I hope this information is going to help people with deciding whether or not to purchase it. So. But cool, man. Thanks for stopping by, and go back to your physical therapy.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.